Hello, this is Gene. I'm going to do something a little different now. I'm going to do an open letter to Devon Tracey. That's AIU, the Atheist Rue. Before I get into it, if he ever gets this, I just want to say that I want to say a couple things. Just want to educate you on some things. I do appreciate what you do on YouTube. I think you're a good voice. You're a voice for rational people, but unfortunately, as with most humans, you're not perfect. And there's a couple of areas that I want to talk to you on, and hopefully you'll see my point and realize this is coming from just an informational avenue. I'm not here to slam you in any way. Before I start, just to let you know that the reason why I have problems with talking is I had a stroke about 5 years ago, and it messed up with my language areas. Done as best as I can to come back, but I'm not anywhere near that I used to be. I was very eloquent back then. Could have done some of the same things that you do now, but unfortunately, this is what I do. So what started all this is I knew for a long time that you were a supporter of Hillary Clinton, and I think I'll put him in my down below. I'll put a couple of videos that I also put out about Hillary Clinton before. I think the first time she announced for this cycle for president, and I had a lot of misgivings about that, and that was even before the email controversy came out. I've dealt with her or her staff directly and indirectly over my life, and I just don't trust the person. I was going to bring out my Democrat ID card, but I think I'll just go ahead and tell you that I've been a Democrat for my entire life. I voted for Barack Obama twice. I voted for Clinton twice. So where I come from is the liberal side. So the problem I have is with you is that you continually just apparently forget about what this woman's done, the felonies that she's committed while she was the Secretary of State when it regards to classified information. Now, maybe you're just in denial about what she did or what the impact of something like this is. So I'm going to try to explain it to you, and I'm also going to put those things below. Again, my explanation may not be as good as it should be. I don't have anything here. I don't script anything. It's hard. I can't even write now. But the point I'm trying to get across to you before you decide you're going to vote for this person, and before you even say that, I'm not a supporter of Bernie either. I think the Democrats have destroyed themselves this cycle. We should have had a few more people run, and this coronation of Clinton kind of disturbs me. So I was listening because I watch all your videos, so I know where you come from, especially when you come to the guns and all that stuff. And a couple times I've seen you put in comments or even replies that you're going to vote for Clinton. But last night I was listening to you on one of your streams with Skullduggery and a couple other people, and I just felt that at this time that maybe the people you're talking to there doesn't really understand what this person did, and how she just basically didn't care what was she put out there, and didn't care what could happen for that type of information. So whether you knew or not know, there's been about 2,000 classified emails that now the people on the left will say that they were classified after when they were looked at, but there were several that was and instructions from herself that said that go ahead and take off the strip or to take off the classification and send it to her in unsecured means. So I want to try to give you a demonstration of what that is, and I'm going to try to explain to you what these things are and what they can do to you. As somebody who worked in that area for 18 years, it is unfathomable that this person will get elected when she committed at least probably in the neighborhood of at least 20 felonies. Any other person and we'll find out later on. What'll happen is probably the aides will probably be censored or lose their job. Some might get some sort of probation, and she'll just slide through. Some of the words you said last night about that she's not corrupt, Devon, she is corrupt, and I'm going to show you why. Because in order to do what she's talking about, when she tells people in emails to just strip off the classification, it takes a human interface. So I'm going to show you this, and I don't know if it's going to look up right. Again, I don't know how to edit anything, but there's when you see something like this, you get something in email, and it looks like this. And you see there's stuff at the top here. That's your headings. And it starts off with top secret. So right there, we know what that is. If you know what top secret, and all you got to do is Google it. It says that's grave danger to national security. So if that's taken out and given to other people, it can be used against us. And then right after it, you got SEI, which is sensitive component information. And then it goes to SAP programs. Now, I'm not going to tell you what those are. This is what I worked at. Each one have a different thing. And those are usually at the same level as TS, but they can even be more. And the controls are even more available on those. And we have less and less people who have access to this. And also you'll see on here it says like TK, that's a talent keyhole, that's Intel information, Cynic, see I can't talk, signal intelligence, imagery, that type of stuff that can be out to the wrong people. And I can tell you that at the first Gulf War, those are things I can talk to you about that happened during that. But anyway, and then down also at the end you have no phone or no foreign. That means we don't like to release it to like British people. And there are things that we're not going to give to British people because they're going to know our capabilities and stuff. So normally when you have an email like this, there's stuff. Each one of these, we'll say these are sentences, and each of them have their own classifications on it. And then at the bottom of it, you still have the same type of header. Now what she told them, and this is in the email, right, Devon, it says to take off this information, take off this stuff right here, and take off that, and send it to her in an unsecure manner. That's a felony. And the fact that that you just apparently can't, either you don't want to know about it, or you're not versed on this, or you don't want to find out about it because you feel that Clinton's the only right way to go, when she clearly is doing this over and over again, and whether she did it for her own, having it in her home, or for convenience sake, when she sat there and just allowed that to happen. And at some point we're going to find out eventually how much what type of damage that this took. We all know that all this stuff that happened that went that way to her has been compromised, and somebody has it in North Korea, or the Russians, or China has it information, knew where troops were, where intel information was, and the idea that she just was haphazard with this, and we're going to give her the president and have that type of control. Is this like a lesson that she would learn and she'll get over that? She lied at the very beginning and said there's nothing that was classified. And then when she came out, she said, well, it wasn't classified when it was sent out. There's a reason why it wasn't classified, Devon. It's because they were. And her staff, or her, took off the headers on this and sent it to her email. The other part, and I want to put it in my description below, where this information comes into is on a closed system. Okay, it can't be hacked normally. Okay, it's its own thing. It's not on the internet. Okay, they have their own internet in the National State Department or the Intel information, and it's a human that has to go in and take that information off if they're going to put it to an unsecure position. That's a human that takes that off or writes it down, looks at it. The aide might be in the other room and just sitting there going, oh, I'll just write this down and I'll put it to her on her BlackBerry. That is still against the law. That's a felony. You just can't do things like this. And she knows she couldn't do it because all these people are trained on this. They have to sign stuff before they can even have access to this information. And it's going to come down at some point. The FBI is going to come out and either indict or not, or something's going to happen, and she's going to say, I didn't know. Really, of course she knew, because all of us do. And I can tell you that I have several friends or people that I knew that got in trouble, mostly enlisted people like myself, that had to go to jail or lost or got knocked out of the service because they did something that they didn't really do was wrong. They just forgot about they took something home, forgot about it in their briefcase. They came back in and they said, "Oh my God, I did this. I shouldn't have done that," and they lost everything. They lost their clearance. Some of them got kicked out of the Air Force, and some people actually went to jail. This woman is not going to have anything happen to her, and she did it over and over again just for her own convenience to have that at her home. Now, I'm not going to say that she's a traitor, that she is trading lies or stuff to the enemy or stuff like that. But the point is true, or the point I'm trying to make is that she was haphazard with this. Now, we can talk about the other stuff, okay? She clearly lied to the families of Benghazi. She did. She said it was based on a video. She lied to their face, and she will not admit that. I mean, at some point, can't she just be a human at some point and say, at that time, that's all we had, even though she knew they didn't? I mean, you saw, or did you even care? Did you look when she went in front of the Congress and she talked about this, and everybody thought that she won the day. She was there all day, couldn't get anything on her. But she said that, yeah, she was having conversation with her daughter, about this information, telling her it wasn't about a video. But she didn't have the integrity to talk to the parents of the people that were killed. This is not somebody that should be the president of the United States. Whether you hate Trump or you think, of course, I don't think Bernie's the right guy. He's too spineless. The point is this. I wish you would be more informed in this. You like to go out and just destroy those people that are theists, not like yourself. I'm not either. But the fact is, you destroy them, and you have many things that you say to them that normally I would agree with. But in this one area, it seems like you have this block up. And I don't know how to fix it for you. Of course, your one vote is not going to carry. Clinton is going to obviously win California. Even though you're in Germany, if you vote, I'm sure you do it absentee from California. So your vote really is not going to make a difference when it comes down to it. But the point is this. You have several people that watch you. 30 or 40,000 subscribes, more than watch more than that, because yours gets knocked down all the time because what you do online. You do have influence. I'm not saying that you have enough influence to change the trajectory of the election, but if you're going to be a logical, rational atheist, or somebody that believes in science or stuff like that, you need to open up your eyes here. And that's all I'm saying. Like I said, I do appreciate your channel. I think that you, not only just what you do on the atheist side and how you go after Islam, I love all that stuff, but I also love the other stuff that you've done. I guess that was your career, dealing with videos and stuff. I think you're great at that as well. So this is not coming from someplace to shame you in any way. It's just to tell you that I think that your facts are wrong here, or you're just being in denial here, and I wish you weren't be that way. I wish that you would be up front with it and just look at it. And at the end of the day, if you say that that's okay for you, that you don't care that she just gave all that information to our enemies, that's okay with you, that's okay. Then I'll let it go. And then people who watch you or support you, they'll have to understand that that's how you feel. But that's really all I have. And of course, you don't have to dox me. My name is Gene Lechien, Lechien. I live in Florida. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force for 24 years. I was disabled while I was in the Air Force, and I'm disabled after I was working for Harris. I have the experience. I've worked in these programs. I know what this information can lead to. Also, before I leave, I just want to let you know that there are good Muslims out there, people that we have trained to do our biddings over there. And I know you know this, not all, right? But there are heroes that are trying to stop what's going on over there. And but hopefully we can talk at some point, or if you want to respond to this and say that I'm stupid, that's fine. You can say anything you want to say about me. But if you say something about the fact that I can't speak well, I'm going to have to come find you in Berlin. That's all I'm saying, because I have no control of what happens, how I talk sometimes. And I'll find you. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a good day, and Devon, keep it on.